former Richard Kirk Award winner. And I'd like to ask you, Charlie, what are you working on nowadays? I understand that you're becoming more active in the concert hall.
I am. Little by little, it's kind of taking over my life, which I'm very pleased about, although I'm still always writing songs and things like that. But at the moment, I'm working on a piece commissioned by the Polish government celebrating the 200th birthday of Chopin. And I will conduct it at Gdańsk this summer in August. Very excited about it. I'm writing a piece for one of their leading pianists, Leszek Mocster, and I'm putting together with Eddie Daniels, a great jazz, American clarinet, great classical jazz pianist. And I'm writing a piece for an orchestra with those two guys.
I understand you have a book coming out. Tell me a little bit about it and what possessed you to write a book.
You know, I do have a book coming out called Killing Me Softly, My Life in Music. And it's just that. And it didn't possess me to write this book, and it just kind of came about very naturally because when I was about 18, 19, 20 years old, I was a student in Paris with Nadia Boulanger. And all the letters I'd written home, it turned out my mother had saved in a shoebox in her apartment in the Bronx. And a few years ago when we were emptying out her apartment in the Bronx, lo and behold, we found the shoebox. And those letters somehow turned magically into this book that's coming out. Of course, I've written my whole life story in music around it, but that was the impetus for writing the book.
And tell me briefly, what has BMI meant to you in your career?
You know what, and I wrote this in my book, I said this, in my whole career of many years, I'll actually be in BMI 50 years in 2 more years. So that's a long time. The only steady involvement I have with the same organization, the same career builders and all that is BMI. I work for a lot of film companies, record companies, publishers, but the only really central focus that I can connect my whole career with is BMI. So I think that'll tell you. From the very beginning, BMI was supportive of me. I was writing music for The Tonight Show in 1962 for Skitch Henderson. And I was writing these themes going on the air and off the air. I didn't know that you get paid for that. And finally, the music librarian one day said to me, "Are you BMI or ASCAP?" And I said, "What's that?" And he gave me a list of both things. He says, "Well, they pay you money for your music on there." I said, "Really? Someone pays you for that?" I didn't know. So he gave me a list, BMI and then ASCAP. And I called the first one, and BMI said, "Yeah, we'll give you money, come on down." I never called ASCAP. However, I of course have many good friends in ASCAP. It's a wonderful organization. I've written with many ASCAP people, but I'm truly a BMI guy from beginning to end of my career.